Welcome to the Viola 411. We're excited to be here today. It's been a fun week here in Viola. We've got a lot of things going on, and we are here with a woman that has been working diligently in Viola here this last week. We're here with Megan Lingerfelt of Oak Ridge, and she has been here working on a mural on the west side of the guest house here in Viola on the downtown square. So, Megan, it has been just so fun to have you here the last few days. You have certainly brought a buzz to the town. How does it feel to be a celebrity in Viola?
Brian, thank you. Thank you for having me here and for inviting me to Viola to do this. I like bringing a splash of color wherever I go, and it's been really nice. I felt a lot of welcoming senses from people that have been driving by or hanging out in the square. I feel the love of Viola.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now tell me, first off, how did you come up with the design? What made you decide this is what I want to paint on this wall?
So the design that is on your guest house is a design that I came up with last year, and it had a home in mind, and it didn't work out. And since then, I've been trying to find it a home, and it's one of, I do a lot of different kind of designs. I really love the kind of organic and botanical kind of designs that I come up with, and that category are my favorite. And this magnolia design is something that I've really felt strongly about, and I couldn't believe that it didn't work out the first time, but I'm so happy that it didn't, because I think that it fits this space so well.
Absolutely, Bill. You are certainly talented with that. It's so intricate and so many different colors in there. It's very bold, and it's fun to be in the pizza shop and watching people driving by and stopping in the middle of the road. Not that that's very safe around here, but or at least slowing down as they're watching what's going on.
I'm glad there's a shoulder there on the road. But the inspiration for the design, I was trying to come up with something that reflected spring and growth in the original design time last year. And I was walking around my neighborhood, and this was my neighbor's magnolia tree. And it was a beautiful day, and the leaves are, they're kind of brown on the bottom, green on the top, and they're really glossy, and they were reflecting the blue of the sky on the greens. And I was just so attracted to that. And so I took a bunch of different pictures of all different branches of this tree, and ended up making these two branches that kind of come together.
Well, that's fantastic. And now you're no stranger to murals. You painted a lot of murals. Is that I don't want to say your primary job, but your source of income, I guess, is doing murals?
I do this full time.
Well, what other murals have you done? I know you did one with Dolly Parton.
Yes. I did that early last year of Dolly in downtown Knoxville. I've done probably, I don't have an official count. I think I should. But somewhere in the range of probably 30 to 40 murals in the past 4 years. And I've done, this year I just completed a 185-foot long ode to a greenway.
185 feet long.
Yep, and it's just a wall of these massive green leaves, and they're in a similar style to the leaves of the magnolia. And I think that mural kind of informed this mural, and that design kind of informed that design. So it's kind of all from that same category of my work. But I also really love doing things on the opposite end of the spectrum. For a little while on social media, I was using a hashtag mechanical botanical, because it's like I like to do these two different extremes of designs. I'm really drawn to mechanical objects and things that have a lot of sheen and angles and repetitive patterns. And I think that kind of happens both with mechanical objects and organic things. There's this repetition of leaves and patterns and lines. And so on the mechanical side, I did something earlier this year for a credit union in Oak Ridge, and it was celebrating the photography of Ed Westcott. And he photographed the Manhattan Project as they were building Oak Ridge, Tennessee. And it has a lot of mechanical forms in it, and steam pipes, and a warehouse being built, and a surveyor and all of his equipment. And so that was another really fun one this year, another big one too.
Now, how was this one here in Viola different from most of the other ones? Was there a big difference, or?
Every project has its own parameters. It's one of the things that I love about what I do. It's like I get to move around. I'm experiencing different places within my own city, nearby, or all the way out here in Viola. One of the things that was really great about this was working with Scott and Kristen and having them prep the wall. It just was so nice to walk in and have this beautiful canvas prepared. And the wall itself, that building's 100 years old?
Yeah, it's over 100 years old.
Over 100 years old. The surface was just so buttery and smooth and just so nice to paint on. And, a lot of the times I'm designing around obstructions, doors, electrical equipment.
There's only one window up there.
There's one window, and I kind of feel like it makes it look nicer. It's like a little accent piece. But having just that like solid, blank, smooth canvas on this 100-year-old building, 100-plus-year-old building, in this really sweet small town, it's been great.
Now I'm sure with any big project, you've got to have your own process. Tell me a little bit about the process. It was fun to watch. When you're doing the chalk outlines and you're writing things on the inside to know, okay, this is colors going here.
So to scale my work, I use a projector. So you guys saw that on Thursday night. And I use just regular old Crayola sidewalk chalk, although I was a little bit concerned about the rain, so I used paint pens because I don't want to wake up and have all that hard work just washed away. But a lot of people compare my process to a paint by number. And it's essentially what it is. When I used to work in studio work with oils and watercolor, there'd be a lot of blending, and you kind of like have this process of discovery. You've laid down a wide layer and you work layers on top of that. But with the mural, you really you got to know what it's going to look like before you start, and so you're really just trying to depict what you've already decided it's going to be. So working with acrylic latex, it dries quickly. It doesn't blend really well. It can be done, but I like to work with my medium and what it wants to do. So I kind of projected the shapes of the leaves and the flower petals, and left all the detail to kind of when it came time to paint it. And so I used the chalk and I was drawing in the fun little shapes of the crevices in the leaves, and had a little code for each of the color names. I've got 26 to 28 colors out there. I mixed a couple today. Wow. It's a lot, yeah.
I knew it was a lot of colors.
And so, I've got, an A for arugula and a CP for copper pot. And so me and my mom's my assistant. I don't think I've mentioned her yet, but she helps me on a lot of my projects.
I was going to say, you had some extra help besides just your mom today.
Yes.
You had a few extra little paintbrushes running around there, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I had some volunteers show up in the middle of the day.
Yeah, that was real sweet. I really appreciate you taking the time with Lillian and Georgia. That was awesome. Absolutely enjoyed that. So, what are your overall thoughts now of Viola, now that you've been here a few days?
I'm excited to bring my husband whenever he can have a chance to come through. I just love, I was just talking to Sarah, we haven't gotten in the car since we got here. We got here, we parked, and, we've been enjoying, the guest house and the square and of course, the pizza shop.
Yeah, you can't come to Viola and not eat pizza, can you?
And it's been great. We talked to a couple of the neighbors that have wandered through, and we're here with a purpose, and we're trying to create something, and there's definitely been a focus on that. But driving up to the guest house, and I don't remember which highway we came in on, but it was just gorgeous. Driving by all of the farm landscape and the nurseries, and I don't know what kind of trees people are growing around here, but they're really cute and fun, different shapes.
A lot of different kinds of nursery stock around here. Absolutely, absolutely.
So it was a really beautiful drive.
Well, fantastic. One other thing, you did have a little bit of excitement one night where we had something unusual that went on with your painting as a background. Yes. Can you tell me a little bit about that? About my son Bradley?
Yes.
We won't mind that he's just he and Shelby are in the quarter over here.
Yeah. Well, I heard that there was going to be kind of a once in a lifetime experience for a local couple in the area, and I wanted to take a moment to see how I could make it a little bit more special. So, hidden in the mural, just for them, we have a little heart shape. So
little Easter egg,
it's
right?
a little Easter egg.
That's
It's
right.
it's an Easter egg blue, and you know, I love making these little shapes and things anyways. And there's a couple that had that little bit of a heart shape to them anyways. But I think that it's really cool that, you know, you guys have a place that things happened and that it'll always be there, and that was painted with you in mind. And so hopefully magnolia trees can be something special, you know, in the future.
Well, we certainly appreciate everything that you've done, you know, for us and for the town of Viola. I hope this is going to be a masterpiece that we'll be able to enjoy for many, many years. So we certainly appreciate you being here in Viola. And we thank you for watching here today, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon. Thanks for watching.